Grumble, grumble. All right, the Grumpy Meeple is back, and we are continuing our massive unboxing series for Arena of the Contest / Tanaris Adventures. Moving along, I thought the first thing we'd do next is open up the painted premium figure core box dragon, or the green dragon, because we already have the unpainted version out here, and this guy is going to replace this anyways in the core box. So as always, I've taken the plastic off, but I haven't actually looked at this yet. Whoa. Okay. All right. That's fucking dope. Holy shit. I really like the paint job on this. It's honestly much better than I was expecting. I'm very excited to see the rest of the pre-painted stuff now. There's like a lot of just like, you know, I love the scales. I love it's like the dry brushing almost that they've done. It's dirtied it up, and you've got the spikes. His mouth, his tongue is painted. His eyes are kind of a glittery, I don't know if they use like a metallic paint or something there, but they glitter. They're kind of alive in a way. All this kind of blackening effect. This is a fucking awesome pre-painted miniature. Wow. Hold that up, make sure everybody can see. That's fucking dope. And I mean, compared to this, it's like not even remotely comparable. This is what I want. This is the direction that I would like my board game collecting to go. Less games, more premium, more pre-painted, more blinged out. I think in terms of my collection, I'm getting to the point where it's like I have enough dungeon crawlers now to last me the rest of my life. What I want to do is spend $1,000 on one, not $1,000 on four, you know, and keep having to relearn rule sets and such. And if I can get stuff like this, I'll buy every goddamn thing Dragori ever puts out if they keep putting it out at this quality. That'll be my new thing, is I'll just only buy Dragori stuff. Amazing. Wow, I'm really fucking impressed with how that looks. That is gonna look so badass on the table. That's a real beauty. I'm impressed. All right. Moving on, we've got the legendary box for Arena of the Contest. Feel no more like a human looking over components scattered on a table. Jump into the portal to Tanaris through the entertainment of building your dungeons and arenas with actual miniatures of walls, doors, and levers. If you enjoy team building and finding new strategies, try out a telepath that controls other combatants, an emperor that calls his tiger into the field, a necromancer healer, an archangel, and a demon who share the same combat role, and much more. Covering 8 different combat roles, heavily multiply the number of possible team compositions for PvP and cooperative modes alike. Inside you will also find the Beowulf and huge Hydra miniatures for you to face in unforgettable quests. So that's the only thing I wish that they would have done. Honestly, I wish they would have painted these guys too. I would have bought those too. I would have bought, if they had charged $2,000 and just every single thing, every door, every miniature was painted, I probably would have bought that too. Boy, these boxes. It's always just about like finding that sweet spot. Come on, you red bastard. it's got a wax seal. It must be important. Dear friends, dear friend, you will notice this box is missing 16 hero miniatures. Don't worry, this is intentional. As promised in our last Kickstarter campaign, the manufacturing process involving our hero miniatures was modified. This means they were not printed alongside the exciting materials you will find in this box. We've organized our fulfillment logistics so that most people would receive both boxes together. If that is not the case, you shall receive a second box with the aforementioned 16 hero miniatures shortly. Besides the empty spaces for these 16 heroes, there are other 6 niches in this box. They are meant for warlords from Arena the Contest, all coming in a pack you may get in our Kickstarter campaign for an RPG supplement for 5th edition. Please enter Dragori.com/RPG to see the latest news about that. Thank you for your support. Okay, so what they're saying is that this actually has the reworked miniatures for this did come separately, which I actually did not remember. I don't know what the fuck this is. What is this? Oh, okay, it's like a couple of special quests that use the Hydra and the whatever. Is that right? Hanrak the Hydra. It is pointless to run away from her head. You will see another one when you turn around. Love it. Okay, I'm actually gonna go get that those other miniature boxes so that we can see the minis. Okay, I believe this is it. I think where the confusion came from was, I think there was a Hero Pack 1 and a Hero Pack 2 for returning backers, but for new backers, there's just a Hero Pack 2 that goes in this box. Don't just play, role play. Yes, you could simply imagine the characters or use beans instead of tokens. But we aim high. It's not enough to play an awesome game with intuitive and well-designed mechanics for the perfect experience. For the perfect experience, or at least as close to that as we can get, find the deepest level of immersion in highly detailed miniatures for you to experience Dragori Games, Arena the Contest, or Tanara's Adventures, or in your RPG sessions. Includes 16 hero miniatures from 7 colors, combat roles. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. So, let's bust this open and take a look. Come on now, you little bitch. Okay. So many amazing miniatures. Okay, starting with the Bruisers. We've got the Vampire. I can't remember this guy's name, but he's fucking awesome. I played with him in the TTS version of the game and loved it. Here's the Minotaur. I also played with him in the TTS version of the game, and he is fucking awesome. There's like a recurring theme of these guys being fucking awesome, basically. Here's like a rogue type character. These are tacticians. The Pirate. Oh man, look at her base too. Her base is dope. What is that? She's got like a little goblin with her or something open in a treasure chest. I love this fucking game. Oh, okay. So yeah, for a minute there, I was thinking she only had one arm. This looks like the Psychic. Wow, look at that fucking dragon on this guy's base. Dope. The fuck? Flames and shit coming out. These miniatures are awesome. Oh, this guy. That is a fucking rad scythe. Look at these fucking miniatures, man. These are great. I love these miniatures. The Bard. Oh, that's cool. She's got her... Wow, that's a really cool Bard mini. I would use that for Hero Quest, maybe. Here's one of your casters. Oh man, I'm so into this. And another. Wow, what the fuck is going on with her? Is this the ice lady with the giant knockers? Might be. Oh, the Death Knight. Oh man, fucking badass. You real badass. Look at that fucking sword. This game is gonna swallow the next 5 years of my life. I think this is the Paladin. Let's get his shield. These miniatures really are much improved. I never saw the originals in person, but I saw enough of them to know that they sucked because they were rendered in the TTS mod as, I want to say they were 2D, like, you know, like standees, but it was the sculpt, if that makes sense. Here's the demon. Look at that sword, God. Weaponry. Like, this game and Chronicles of Drunagor are just on like a whole nother level of awesomeness to me. I've got so many of these games. I must have 25 dungeon crawlers at least. And I really feel like these stand out. And Tanaris in particular right now has really got my attention. Here's the angel. Lots of beautiful detail on the wings. Who the fuck is this guy? Look at this. He's got his sword buried in the head of a fucking demon or a dragon or something. And he's just like, he's like, time to take my hero shot. That's fucking awesome. And then the monk. I love monk classes in video games and in my dungeon crawlers. I love fist fighting monks like Yang from Final Fantasy 4. Awesome. Those are fantastic. And you know what, I'm just gonna, I have like an ever-growing pile of miniatures off to the side there because I'm not going to keep any of these boxes, or at least I'm not going to use them. I think I probably would keep them just because they're so awesome. But I'm certainly not going to store anything in them because I don't want to spend a year of my life every time I have to set this game up. And there's no board game designer, no company that's ever going to come out with a storage solution for this much shit that is going to meet my expectations. So I will do it myself. My expectations mostly being around just making it easy to get all this shit to the table and to find stuff. All right, moving on. We've got a giant pack of character cards for the PvP mode. There he is, Count Blake the Vampire. Morlock the Minotaur. There's the Pirate. Mir the Assassin. There's Ascaron the Archangel. I played with him too. He's badass. Venaris the Demon. Like, all these fucking characters are just like another thing that just blows this game up to 11. For a dungeon crawler, your characters are the most important single kind of component, I think. Because you're going to spend a lot of time with them, and so they have to be badass. And this game not only has these incredibly badass characters, but they're all like radically different, which is the key. This is the problem with Zombicide. As much as I like it, those fucking characters are all the same. I don't care what anybody says. They're all the same. They're just recycled from game to game. Now that's a much lighter game with much less focus on character building and on tactical kind of decision making, but still, they are all the same. It gets boring. There's just no other way to look at it. Oh, look at this. They've got little insignias to tell you what miniature goes where, or at least which class of miniatures goes where. Very cool. And then they've got this one lonely bastard in here. Let me get my... some kind of draconid fellow. Very cool. I mean, these trays are great. I'm not gonna use them. No way. How many boxes would you have to get out to be able to play this game? And like, oh shit, I have to fight a dragon guy. I gotta get out the. Not only do you have to get it out, but you have to remember where it is. You know, looks like there's a bit of a mess in here. I hate messes in my games. Damn you, Chagoi. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't think I'll end up using any of this stuff anyways. Alright, so now we got another tray, just jam-packed full of miniatures. I think I just tore this off without removing the tape. Go ahead and do that. My own OCD reasons. Alright. And here we go. We got more bad guys. We got some dwarf-looking motherfuckers with hammers. Those are dope. Here we've got... what do we have? Come out. Some ghouls. Looks like... oh man. What the fuck is that? Tiger? Is that supposed to be the Emperor's tiger? I think it is. Is that meant to be the Emperor? I'm not sure. I think there's a separate... no, there's a different mini because you can play him as a hero too in Tanaris. One thing that's slightly annoying is that the Guardian hero miniatures are the same gray plastic as the villains. I believe, or at least they're so close that I really cannot tell the difference. Yeah. So it is a little hard to differentiate them. They're slightly different, but not different enough to really like jump out at you in terms of organization. That's fine though. Here we've got some, assuming elvish wizard types. Here's your big bad orc. A lot of this stuff is replaced now with the various sets that came out. Oh, that's a really cool skelly miniature, like a white lord. Awesome. And then you got some rockmen. The rockmen. Boy, I hope my head is not getting in the way of all this. Those are cool. My family is out of town this week. I am alone. It is Tuesday. I have until... no, it is Wednesday. I have until Saturday. So one of my primary objectives is to get this game like put away, like organized, because it'll really make it like 1,000 times more likely that I'll be able to keep playing it. And then we've got oh wow, okay, wow, these are fucking huge. I was not expecting that. Here's this awesome badass dude on a badass base. I'm gonna have to get my buddy Bo to paint these for me. It's gonna cost me money. He's a great friend, but it's a lot of work to paint these. So, and I like to pay him for it. So that guy's awesome. Some kind of fucking ultimate demon. Some ultimate demon of hell. And then the Hydra. Chop off one head. And more shall take its place. Awesome. But this is obviously like the king head. Although also king head. Okay. Wow, that's really fucking cool. That is really, really cool. I love this shit. There's not a single goddamn thing here that I don't love. Except for maybe whatever the fuck is going on with this weird plastic covering to this. Okay. Here you've got your lever miniatures. Very cool. The skull as the pull mechanism. Very nice. Here you've got some quite detailed doors. Yeah, these are great. These are really cool doors. And this stuff, you know, like when I first saw this, when I first backed this, a lot of my reasoning was around the terrain, because this stuff is so ubiquitously useful for these types of games. You know, like it's mostly grid based, and so it's going to fit in all sorts of stuff. Since then, I have spent $1,000 on Warlock terrain stuff, so it has less value in that sense to me now, but I think I still will get it painted up, because I think it's still very, very cool stuff. But you got your walls, you got your kind of broken in different spots so that it mixes things up. That's really cool. You've got the large doors that I showed, and then you've got some smaller doors as well.